Good afternoon. Today I will be bringing you a faculty development video in the series Moodle Modified in 10, Part 1. This series in short segments teaches you about the basic features of Moodle. As we start, we will, in our first segment, talk about logging into Moodle, editing on and off, identify icons, and then we will look at forums. The first step is to log on. So let's get started. We need to go to the home page of Shaw University, and there you'll find a button for login. Click Moodle. We will be redirected to a distance education page. And there we want to find and click the Moodle button. Now you will notice that we are redirected to the login page itself. Once I get there, I need to use my username and password. These were issued to you when you first came to Shaw University, and you may be using these already when you do your grades. Use your username and password to log in. Once you have logged in, you will see a page that looks like this. And in the upper right corner, you should see your name with the logout button. Dashboard. Here we see a calendar and courses available to you. I'm interested in courses for spring 2012. As I look down the list, I see a little plus. Clicking that allows me to expand and contract my list of classes. I'll be going into a training class today to help you learn these basic features. So I click that and find the class. Clicking the name redirects me to the class itself. I have information here on the left, again on the right, and in the middle is the course itself that is built by the instructor. Once I'm in the course, we see our name again and dashboard. The course name will appear here in bold black letters. And in this right corner, we see a Turn Editing On button. It's critical that you find and turn that on as you come in to allow you to do editing. Next to it is a Switch Roles button, and this will allow you to move from teacher to student if you are asked to see what the student sees. Let's turn editing on, but before we do, scroll down. The class itself, you'll see, has various items already developed, but it has no way to modify the class. Turn the editing on. Now, with editing on, you will suddenly see appear in each topic, section, or each week, add a resource and add an activity. Using resources, activities, and blocks, you will be able to modify your class. We'll talk more about that. Let's now look at the icons that are already available. This class is set up in weekly outline, and it can be weekly or topical. This class has a news forum. It is simply for sending announcements to students. Notice the icons next to it with editing on. Move right, move up and down, update, delete, hide, and group. Using these, you can modify this forum. Going down the list, I see several other icons. This one, syllabus example icon, is a resource, and in this case, it's a video. This icon for values indicates a lesson. We've already seen the little person with the bubble, and that is a discussion. Scrolling down, I find a clipboard, and that clipboard indicates an activity such as a paper. And finally, I see a clipboard on the side, which indicates a quiz. There are some other icons here that you may be interested in. The clock indicating attendance, and the little blue bubble with a question about chat time. Now, our section is to talk about forums. We already know what the icon is for a forum. You would actually develop a forum by going to add an activity and clicking forum. But let's take a look at how to do that. I want to find and click forum. I need to name this. I need to give it a description. I'm going to leave the settings alone for the moment to give us the example, save and display at the bottom. And this is what you would see in the forum itself. You've typed your question here. The student has a reply button, and they must reply from this button to add to the discussion. Let's go back in the class. We call these breadcrumbs. I'm going to point them out and follow them back to the class. And now I want to look at a forum that's already set up. So let's try this Introductions Icebreaker forum. Click that. Now, here is the writing, and here's the challenge. The student must come in and click this reply button. They must give a subject name. They must type here. They must scroll to the bottom and post to the forum. And if they've done this correctly, you'll see their discussion, and then over here you can access it by clicking the name of the discussion. When you do, you can edit, delete, or reply. So let's go back using the breadcrumbs to the class and remind ourselves that we have talked about logging in and logging out. We have talked about turning editing on we've looked at the outline and the basic icons next to the items added in the class. We've talked about the icons themselves and now a forum. With that, we come to the end of our first Moodle Modified in 10 video. See you later in video 2 in the series.